Hi, I'm Darren Rose, Senior Electronic Designer at Genelec, and I'm here with Markus Kahelin, our Technology Service Manager.
Hello everybody.
Welcome to our launch event. We hope you're having a great start to the year so far. Today we're going to be showing you two brand new Genelec loudspeaker models that are set to be part of our award-winning Smart IP family of networked installation loudspeakers. Both models are making their public debut right now at the ISE 2023 exhibition in Barcelona. So if you're visiting ISE, then simply drop by our booth 2H325. So are you ready to find out what we have for you? Let's take a look. Introducing the brand new Smart IP 4435 in-ceiling loudspeaker and the Smart IP 4436 pendant loudspeaker. The 4435 is our first ever Smart IP model intended for discrete in-ceiling mounting, while the 4436 offers identical features and performance but in a tough and durable pendant format. When combined with our existing three 4400 models, the Smart IP family now provides a wider range of exceptional sounding networked loudspeaker solutions with even more flexible positioning and mounting options. Before we get into more detail, I'd like to remind you that our team is ready to answer any questions you post in the comments, so please ask away. And you can also find a great deal of information on the web at genelec.com/smart-ip, so please note this down and you can visit the site after this launch event. It'd be perfect if you can stick around with us for now. We've got a fantastic program for you to enjoy.
The all-new 4435 and 4436 join the existing 4410, 20 and 30 Smart IP models to create our most comprehensive and adaptable range of active Power-over-Ethernet loudspeakers to date, combining clarity, intelligibility and uniform coverage for the ultimate premium audio experience in AV. Smart IP's network technology is also simple to install, convenient to use, has a minimal environmental footprint, and is scalable to any installation size, delivering power, audio and system management over a single standard CAT network cable. The active design of Smart IP avoids the need for bulky racks of external amplifiers and associated cabling. And the convenience of single CAT cable connectivity means that the installation is faster, cleaner, and less expensive.
Smart IP technology has already been chosen for a large number of prestigious AV projects across the globe, including applications in hospitality, public places, corporate offices, educational institutions and music venues requiring premium audio, total flexibility and simple scalable installation. With such convenience, beautiful looks and exquisite audio, it's possible to enhance any space and any experience within that space by using Smart IP loudspeakers. Now you have a good idea of what we're launching today, let's look at what's coming up during the rest of this event. Very soon my colleague Markus will give you a closer look at what Smart IP is, how it works and what benefits it brings, and then he'll explain how the new 4435 and 4436 fit into the Smart IP series as a whole. After that we'll get some useful perspective from Johan Arenfeldt, who's both Manager of Exhibition Technology at the Moesgaard Museum in Denmark and a highly experienced Smart IP user. Finally, Markus and I will do a brief question and answer session to answer a few of the most commonly asked questions. And remember, our team is present in the comments section answering all of your questions. So please ask anything you wish to know, and they'll get back to you shortly. Right, Markus, it's your turn. Can you take us a little deeper into the world of Smart IP?
So let's talk a little bit more about the features of the entire Smart IP product range. First of all, the system level and the integration. So Smart IP is a network-based loudspeaker system, meaning that you can integrate it into any existing IP network that you already have in your building, being it a office complex or a museum or a restaurant or a hotel. You already have pre-installed network cabling and pre-installed network infrastructure such as the switches available. Smart IP system is ready to integrate into that with no problems at all. Or you can design and install a dedicated individual network with its own hardware for the audio system and control system alone. There's also very good integration towards in-house automation systems, enabling you to control your loudspeaker system together with all the other features of your room, such as lighting, the curtains, maybe security system, centralized power management, and so on. For the control system integration, we provide a REST API, a documented interface that you can easily implement and program into the control system. And already many control system manufacturers are featuring the Smart IP driver or a library of commands that you can recall and use in your control system. Scalability is one of the main features of a networked audio system. It can be as small as 2 loudspeakers in one room or hundreds of loudspeakers covering the entire building. And also for the future, all you need is available cabling, and you can always add more devices if you need to. We also provide a very handy tool for integrating the system into your everyday life. We have a Smart IP app that you can install into your smartphone or onto your tablet and use that as the volume control and the master power switch for your system, so you can walk into the room, turn your speakers on, turn up the music, and when you leave you can switch it off using your own smartphone. And that can be also used to give access to different users in the building to enable them to use the system conveniently without the need to find their way into the control system if that is not needed. Then let's talk a little bit about the overall performance. The Smart IP system and the individual loudspeakers in the range are powered using the Power-over-Ethernet standard, which is a standardized way of delivering low voltage power over the network cabling, and the power is being fed by the network switches that you can easily find all around the world from various manufacturers. Our devices are using the PoE Plus standard, which is the higher power rating of the Power-over-Ethernet, which means that the loudspeakers require 35 watts of power each from the network switch that can be delivered over the length of maximum 100 meters of cabling. The Power-over-Ethernet also means that the energy footprint of each loudspeaker is very small. They require minimum amount of electricity to produce the maximum amount of good quality natural sound into the room, and while doing it, they have a very small dissipated heat that is transferred into the room, which then you would need to remove by using the ventilation and air conditioning. So this is also a major feature towards sustainable use of loudspeakers, where we can minimize the energy footprint of your entire loudspeaker system. Smart IP system also includes software tools that you can use to commission and set up the system. We provide a software called Smart IP Manager that is for the installer and system integrator to use as a primary tool to set up the loudspeakers and the features inside each one of them, since all the Smart IP models feature built-in signal processing that can be used to tailor the performance of each loudspeaker and combination of loudspeakers to the requirements of the application and what is actually happening in the room. Is it a boardroom with meetings? Is it a room with background music, or a media system in a museum, or whatever it is? You can use the Smart IP Manager to set up the settings you need, fine-tune the frequency balance of each loudspeaker, set up delays, and also set up pre-callable presets into the system. Then the integration to the room themselves. The Smart IP models, the 4410, 2030, conventionally mounted with accessories, or then the all-new 4435 and 4436 models, give you access to a very compact but good performance loudspeaker system. And using these models, you can easily design and construct a system that has also a very minimal visual footprint in the building. Compact loudspeakers are easy to mount so that they are just conveniently there, providing the good quality, natural and lifelike audio reproduction, but they are not in conflict with the interior design and can be easily integrated to different styles and different types of interior design. The 4436, the Pendant loudspeaker, is the first ever Genelec model to feature that kind of mounting option, where you can hang the loudspeaker from the ceiling and adjust the height depending on the room and the requirements. These models feature a very wide and even coverage, enabling you to have a large listening area covered by small amount of loudspeakers. The introduction of these two new models, 4435 and 4436, also means that the legacy AES67 in-ceiling model will be ramped down and replaced by these two new models. We are just stepping up to the next level of in-ceiling loudspeaker technology and providing even better performance level and better integration and flexibility in terms of system design with these new models. So if you want to see in more detail how easy it is to install the all-new 4435 in-ceiling Smart IP loudspeaker, here's a video showing you all the details.
This video shows the installation procedure for the Genelec 4435A in-ceiling loudspeaker. Connect the CAT cable. Use the strain relief feature if required. You can also attach a safety wire to the fixings on the enclosure. Use a Torx T25 bit to tighten the 3 screws. The latches will hold the speaker in place. Complete the installation by attaching the grille. It's held in place by magnets. And that's the installation complete.
So let me walk you through some of the features of the 4435 in-ceiling model in more detail about the cabinet itself. First of all, it's constructed out of steel, featuring a front baffle with the 2 drivers, so it's a two-way system with built-in electronics, featuring the power supply fed with the PoE power, signal processing, and 2 amplifiers, one for the woofer, one for the tweeter. To find more details and all the facts and figures, you can always visit the genelec.com website to see more of that. Also featured on the front baffle is a small LED indicating that the system is powered and alive, and also featured even smaller, small little button to reset the system if needed back to the factory defaults. Then if we look at the connections, on the back of this sealed enclosure, we have 2 connectors. First one is the network port that will receive a standard RJ45 connector from your CAT cable, and that will deliver everything you need. Your audio as a stream, your power through the PoE, and then also system management through the software tools. All the communications happens through that single wire. As a little bonus, we also have the analog line-in connector, similar way as featured on the 44, 10, 20 and 30 models. Also, we provide strain reliefs for the cabling so that they don't come loose after the installation, and also a mounting point for the safety wire. If you want to secure the cabinet to the actual structure of the room, you can use a safety wire and attach it here. The enclosure on the 4435 is always delivered in the standard color black, and then that will be featuring different options for the actual grille, that is the visible part. So after installation, the only part that you will see of the 4435 in-ceiling model is the grille. We have 2 options, a square grille and a round grille. You have to decide when you're ordering the system which one you want, and these are also available in 2 different colors. We have a black and a white color option available. Also, a really neat little feature of the grill is the Genelec logo, which is attached with a strong magnet. So in case you need, you can also remove the logo from the grill, or if you want to put it back, just center it there. The way to attach the grill to the cabinet is also using magnets, so you just simply place it over the cabinet and it is secured by these 4 strong magnets holding it in place. Here we have the 4436 Pendant model installed. It is suspended from the ceiling with a single steel cable that is provided with the loudspeaker, and the maximum length for the cable is 5 meters, and you can adjust it to any height you need. The 4436 features in 2 different colors, white or black. And the grill is always round, featuring the same color as the cabinet, and it also has the magnet attached logo similar to the 4435. So here we have 4436 Pendant model, and I can show you how to access the connectors inside. There are 2 plates on the top. You simply remove the plates, no tools required, since it's held in place with magnets. Then you connect your cables and place the plate back.
Thanks very much for that, Markus. And once again, if you have any questions, please write them in the comments and we'll get back to you. But now it's time to hear from experienced Smart IP user Johan Ahrenfeldt at the Moesgaard Museum in Denmark, where he's manager of exhibition technology.
Hi, I'm Johan Ahrenfeldt, Manager of Exhibition Technology at Moesgaard Museum. Moesgaard Museum is a cultural historical museum situated nearby Aarhus in Denmark. We are housing approximately 6,000 square meters of exhibitions. Our exhibitions at Moesgaard Museum are characterized by an extensive use of scenography and exhibition technology. Besides designing, implementing and maintaining the exhibitions, our exhibition design studio also designs and implements exhibitions for other museums in Denmark and abroad. When designing and building exhibitions, there are some typical challenges regarding the implementation of the exhibition technology. The first and most obvious challenge is the quality of the equipment. It has to present the media productions in the best way, and it must be reliable. Another challenge is the system flexibility and ease of installation. Throughout the last 10 years, more and more hardware can use the same network-based infrastructure, both for control and for signal distribution. This really simplifies the implementation and makes it cheaper and more flexible. Exactly these advantages attracted me to the Smart IP speakers. Of course, combined with the sound quality and reliability, well known from other Genelec products. In addition to that, the Smart IP speakers even are powered by the network infrastructure, and thereby eliminates the need for power outlets and cabling. This eases and reduces the cost of implementation significantly. Since the launch of Smart IP in 2019, we have used Genelec Smart IP speakers in 4 larger projects. There are different situations in which we benefit from the Smart IP technology. One situation is our special exhibitions, which are built in this 1,000 square meter room, a room designed exactly for that purpose. Smart IP allows us to use an already available network infrastructure, and if needed, we can easily add extra speakers without worrying about implementing cables for analog audio or power distribution. As Smart IP technology provides power, audio and control all over a single network cable, it is possible to keep the need of cabling and visible outlets at an absolute minimum. This is also the unique advantage when we are installing speakers in architecturally sensitive environments, which are the case for many museums. As I mentioned before, the reliability is a key factor when selecting hardware for use in exhibitions. Genelec's products are very reliable, and with the Smart IP technology, we can monitor the speakers remotely and quickly find and solve issues, if necessary, or make changes related to filtering, levels, or distribution. Furthermore, and crucial, the sound quality of the Smart IP series is very good and linear, even at low levels. Right now, we are featuring the special exhibition Russ Vikings in the East. In this exhibition, we are using 42 Genelec Smart IP speakers. Half of the speakers are hidden into the scenography, while the rest of the speakers are mounted on walls and in the ceilings. Once again, the sound design is playing a big part in the exhibition design, and I'm convinced that this contributes significantly to the visitor experience. When using sound design for creating moods and atmospheres, as we most often do, we really don't want the visitors to be aware that it is just sounds coming from speakers. Our goal is to affect the visitors on a level they are not aware of. As soon as we are compromising the sound quality, the mission, the goal, will fail. I really like when visitors are telling about their experience without mentioning the sound design, but in a way that makes it obvious to me that the sound design has been a major part in creating the visitor experience.
Thanks to Johan and everyone else involved in the project at Moesgaard, and we hope that everyone who's watching enjoyed getting behind the scenes with that video. And thanks, by the way, for sending us your questions during this presentation. I think that between Markus and I, we'll be able to answer a few of the most frequently asked questions for you right now. Right, so let's start with this one. Smart IP. Do you have to be a smart networking genius to set this up?
Not really. If you're setting up a basic system, you have one network switch, maybe 2 pairs of loudspeakers. It's more or less plug and play. But of course you need to be familiar with the software tools that you are using, because you always need to make few things on the computer. And the most important one being the Dante connection, to be able to stream the audio from your source into the loudspeaker. So you need to use at least one software, Dante controller, to do that. It's very simple, just ticking few boxes. And then if you want to use the control features in our Smart IP system, you also need to use the Smart IP Manager software.
Right.
But in terms of the network, you don't need to configure it for that kind of... If it's large, a big system, tens or in hundreds of loudspeakers, then you need to do a proper network design. And that typically requires that you have to do some network configurations also to the switches, IP addresses, that kind of things.
So you don't have to be an expert, but you can be if you like. That's not a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So that they're networked, can it be a wireless network?
To run the speakers, it needs to have a wire. And the reason is that it's carrying the power also. So a completely wireless speaker would mean that there would need to be a battery inside to run it.
Right.
So the signal and the power is always running in a wire, and your network, for that reason, needs to have wired connections available.
But there is a way of controlling the system with a telephone, right?
Yeah, you can use your smartphone, install the Smart IP controller app. It works on Android or iPhones, and then you can wirelessly connect to the same network. So basically use your Wi-Fi connection and then use that as your volume control, power the system on and off, and recall some presets. How about different colors? If somebody would want to have 44, 35 or 36 in special color, is it available from the factory?
Right, two-part answer. We've got 2 loudspeakers. The 4435 ceiling speaker, the enclosure is always black. The 4436 pendant loudspeaker is available in black or white. But in both cases, you could paint the grill. That wouldn't be a problem.
And the grill has the logo with the magnet, so you can always reattach it after the painting process.
Or without it, any way you like, yeah.
And that's cool. How about the heat? You have built-in electronics in this 4435. If you put it into the ceiling, you have insulation material around it. Doesn't it get awfully hot?
No, it's really no different than any of our other active loudspeaker models. If you take any of our active loudspeakers, put your hand on the back, you'll find it's not hot. And the reason for that, the main reason, is that the amplification in it is Class D, so it's a very efficient amplifier. It doesn't waste power as heat. It all gets turned into sound.
Good quality sound.
So is there an upper limit on the number of channels that we can connect to the system?
Not really, since the system is fully scalable. And the aspect that is scaling is the amount of network ports you have available on your network. In the equipment rack where you have the switch, you can always add more. So in reality, with the network technologies that are available now, you can easily construct a system that has hundreds of channels. That's not a problem. So I would say practically there's no limit. How about connecting two loudspeakers to the same cable? Can you daisy chain the connection from speaker to speaker?
No, you can't. With this network protocol, each loudspeaker needs its own connection back to the Power-over-Ethernet internet switch. And we keep this simple. On the back of this loudspeaker, there's only a single RJ45 connector anyway, so you couldn't even do it by accident.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining us, and thank you again for all the questions you've asked. Hopefully you've got an answer already, and if not, then please hold on a little longer and our team will reach you as soon as possible. Alternatively, you can already head to genelec.com/smart-IP, where you'll find a wealth of information about Smart IP and a link to our support portal from the top menu. And don't forget, if you're attending the ISE 2023 exhibition in Barcelona, then please drop by our booth 2H325. See the new Smart IP models and chat to our team of friendly experts. We hope you found this event useful and informative, and please don't hesitate to contact us if you need further help. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us, and keep those cables connected.